Hey, welcome everybody to the PowerPoint Express Sports Show. And I got Randy Waldrum on today. That's the way it's pronounced, Germany, my dominant Heron. So we came on to talk to Randy. He's coaching at Pittsburgh right now, but we want to talk about him. He just got selected as, or has been selected as, the Nigerian coach for the Olympics. And Randy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Vance. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm down in Tampa, Florida. That's all you can do. The weather's always good.
Yeah, so you got to be doing good. That's for sure.
Absolutely. So when did this process take place? Because I saw that you had been to the Nigeria a couple times. You had worked with the team. So did you go as a consultant, and then it turned around that you ended up being selected as a national team coach?
No, actually, interesting enough, how this really all transpired was about 4 years ago, around 2018. I was in between jobs. I had left the Houston Dash, and I was trying to decide to try to get another pro gig, or do I go back to college? And my heart had kind of been in college for a while, so I was just in between. And I got a good friend of mine, is Sunil Gulati, who at the time was the president of U.S. Soccer. And I had worked with U.S. Soccer with our national teams for 15 years in different capacities. And so Sunil called me out of the blue one day and said, "Hey, I'm good friends with the Nigerian president. They need a coach. Are you interested?" And I go, "Sure. Have him give me a call." And then you'll love this part of the story is that was around September, and I woke up maybe 3 weeks later. My phone is blowing up, and people are congratulating me all over the country, and even some of my friends overseas going, "Hey, congrats on being named the national team coach in Nigeria." And I'm going, "What are you talking about?" And it was out in the media all over Nigeria that they had hired me, and I had not spoken to one person in the federation at that time. So literally from September to November, I was trying to reach the president and the federation saying, "Hey, if I'm really your coach, we probably ought to talk about a contract and, what this involves," right? And I never, Vince, for 3 months, never heard a word. And then the job at Pitt came open, and I came up and met with our AD, Heather Like, and fell in love with her vision and everything about it. And since I hadn't heard from Nigeria, I accepted the job. And so then I reached out to Nigeria saying, "Hey, just to let you know, I haven't heard from you, so it may not matter, but I am accepting this job at Pitt, and I won't be doing Nigeria." So then they called. "Well, no, coach, don't do that. We've already got everything set." And I said, "Well, it's too late." So what they did is they hired another coach from Sweden, and he took them from 2018 through 2019. And then right before the Olympic qualification, for whatever reason, he left. I don't know the details, but he left. So then they called me back while I was already at Pitt back in 2020 and said, "Hey, will you come do the job now?" And I said, basically, no. The only way I would do it is if I keep my job at Pitt. And I would do that kind of on a quote, part-time basis. And so they agreed to it and brought me on that way. So I've really been with Nigeria for a little over 4 years now. So I took them to the World Cup as a head coach last summer.